So, good evening team. It is Tuesday night after Aldershot. The car's in. Obviously, you know the weather's miserable at the minute, so we've just got the car in tonight. Missed a bit. Me and my dad had just bled the brakes up to see if we can get them any better, which still seem to be struggling with the pedal. But we're going to have to look at that later in the week and see if we can alter it at all. So there's not a lot to do on the car really. Well, there is, but it can wait till tomorrow for now. I'll probably have a good night on the car tomorrow, change the gears, clean everything up, and get it ready for Buxton. We've pulled the punctured tyre off to see if we can find, can't find a hole in the tube, so it might be the valve let it down, which is annoying because we've probably done a little bit better in the final, but it is what it is. We've pulled that off. No, don't seem to have any problems, so we're going to probably put another tube in it anyway. And probably later in the week I'm going to completely replace this front brake pipe. So what I've done with the shale car and this car is a bulkhead fitting in it. Put a bulkhead fitting in the radiator mount, so that because we built this car first and just made the brake pipes go to the front. So what we did with the shale car was, I did with this side of the tarmac car last year was put a bulkhead fitting here. So there's a joint here, goes through the radiator mount, and then there's only a short pipe up to the front of the front caliper. So what my plan is here is to do the same here, because obviously because this is so long, we had to just retro join it in the middle, and it's a bit messy and it's not very good. So what I'm going to do is probably bore a hole through here, put another bulkhead fitting in, and make another pipe from here down to here, and then make another pipe from here to the end and put all fresh pipe on it, bleed it up and see if that's any better. If we can, well, that's the plan anyway. That will cure that problem, and if we ever damage the pipe again down the front end, we'll only have a short piece straight to the bulkhead to fit in to replace, rather than having to try and mackle a piece on or anything like that. So that's the plan with that. Hopefully we'll get on with that in the week. We've had a good weekend at Aldershot. I think 2 fourths and a second. I'm quite happy with that after the amount of work we had to do last week and effort that was put into the car, that we managed to get some good results for it. So we just got to carry on trying to improve it now. It's not like starting again, because the car, we know where the car should be, but when you've bent in, you're not quite sure we've put everything back where it should be and everything should be perfect, but we've got this issue with the brakes now, which is now causing us a problem. We're going to have to work with that. Tonight's job, mainly, I'm going to tidy up. I'm just trying to sort my tool trolley out and get rid of any stuff that we're not using all the time. Because basically, if you imagine last week, we just ended up with everything everywhere. So I'm just going to try and go through and tidy everywhere up and get everywhere sorted out, ready for another busy week when we get round to doing the shell car. So that's going to be a rush anyway. So I'm going to spend the night tidying the workshop up, and then we can spend the rest of the week prepping for Buxton on Sunday. So yeah, let's get to it. Evening, folks. It's Wednesday evening, a nice chilly Wednesday evening. Instead of tidied up a little bit the other night, we're just going around and going for a few jobs on the car. Obviously, I've just changed the gears, so we've sorted the punches out. Just got to work out why that went down, and prep the car for the next meeting. So basic nut and bolt check really. So not too much this week, luckily. Nice steady week against last week's busy one. So yeah, we're going to crack on with this. you can see this gap just here. That's where the engine's moved forward. But I'm not sure if it's bent this engine mounting at the minute. I'm just going to get a straight edge. It looks bent to me. But basically there's a bolt. This bolt hole here should have a bolt like this in it. It goes in there. But the bolt snapped off in the engine and left us with this mess. So make a decision. Basically got to make a decision what we're going to do with it. I'm going to see if this mounting's bent, which I think it is, and then I might have to strip that out and straighten it and see if we can get the bolt out. If not, we might just tighten it up for the 2 meters we've got left and see if we can get away with it. But yeah, it shows how deep some of the damage goes for the world final. And even though we think we've found everything, that there's still bits when we rushed around. I mean, literally, you can see my dad actually bend these radiator mounts at Aldershot because we realised as we were loading the car up as well that the radiator was rocking around in the mounts because it hit that hard that the radiator mount had spread. Because that there is normally tight to the rad flat. That's how far they've expanded out. So the rad was rocking around. So we've managed to sort that for now, and then we've got to sort some other bits out as we find them. Not great, but we'll get it sorted. Yeah, I've just drilled this panel off, as you've seen. So there's the brake pipe repair we did on Saturday to get to Aldershot. So what my plan is to repeat what's on that side, put a hole in this bracket here so that this brake pipe will then come up to here, go through a bulkhead fit in here, out the other side, and then it'll go straight to the brake. And then there'll just be a short hose from here to here, or a short pipe from there to there to replace this one, so that there's not, so that if we have any problems in the future, there's not all this pipe work to change. So I'm going to crack on and do that. Good evening, folks. It's Friday. We've still got a few little jobs, bits and bobs to do on the car. Obviously, not too much this week compared to last week, so we're hoping to get loaded up tonight, so we can have a day out tomorrow and not be working on stock cars. So I can actually take Emma out for the day and have a nice day off rather than being here till 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So that's the aim. We're going to get on with this. Obviously, first job is going to be replace this brake pipe, I think. Should be able to get that done. So I'm just going to go get fittings off the truck. Wing mount needs sorting. Shorten the rear panhard. So I'll probably have the panhard off and shorten that, because basically wherever everything bent to last week, the panhard rod, we pulled this back straight, which is shortened this side, and this panhard bracket here has bent and is slightly that way. So therefore now we've got a problem where the actual bar is about 1 inch too long. So I'm going to pull that off and probably we'll shorten that and make a new one, or well, shorten that one and get it sorted out, ready to rock and roll, and then everything else is pretty good. So yeah, let's crack on. I'm just going to measure the panhard bar up, work out. I need to move that, it's covered in oil. That one is approximately 39 inches. So I'm going to go on the truck. Pretty boosh, good boy. You guard that door, mate. Right, so now we're going to go on the truck. There's our carpet, lovely carpet there. And just work out which one of the bars is the correct length. That one's way long. You know, you wonder what you made bars for. It's either that one or that one. But that one seems extremely long. Might be a track rod. Oh, that one's a little bit shorter than that one. So that one's 39, 38 and 3/4. And then that should be the short one, which will be 29 inch. So it's got to be that one, I think. So hopefully it'll be that one. It's actually a little bit shorter, so maybe we made the first one too long. I might be. About it. Cut the end off the spare, basically, so I can swap them and then sort the other one out afterwards. So right, oh, I didn't get not much of the insert left in there. So yeah, there's the opposite insert to that one, so they should be the opposite. That one should slope, turn that way. That one starts by turning that way, so we'll insert, fit that in the end of here. Oh, it doesn't actually go in the old program. It's very snug. But basically, we will weld said insert in the end of there, and that'll be our new panel. What I am hoping, I'm going to have to make a pipe through here first, so we'll probably make the hole in there, which should be 10mm. So I get it nearer the edge on this side. This is the bulkhead fitting. Basically, it's threaded both sides, so I'll then replace the pipe back to the thing. One pipe will go on this side, one pipe on that side, creating two short pipes instead of one long one. Well, that's the plan. Drop that in there. So yeah, just to get you a full view of what's going on. So basically, this is the idea. I've cut this out around the hole so that you can take the rad mount off without having to disconnect the brake pipe. And then so now the brake pipe will, obviously this brake pipe here, we're going to make a new one of these, and this will come up here and onto there, and then that will come out of there and to there, and we'll replace both these bits and get rid of this joint where we've had to repair it. So, and it's bulkheaded again into the car that way, and then obviously there's another hose goes from there to the mast and over the other side. So that's the idea. It just means if you damage anything, if you damage this pipe, you've only got to replace it from there to there. If you damage that pipe, you've only got to replace it from there to there, etc. It just makes it a little bit more workable with when you're in a rush. I might as well make the pipe first and then Nan's just been up and nicked the panhard off the car. He's just tuning that up. I'll be honest, a lot of people do this job now. They'll do this job in braided hose, because braided hose, you just lay the hoses and away you go. This is all faff, isn't it? Shaping pipes and doing this. But I don't, on the long lengths, obviously got braided on the calipers, but on the long lengths, I don't particularly like using it because I feel it's just a waste of money because it's so expensive. That braided hose is so expensive. And if you damage this brake pipe, yeah, you can fit something in it to make it work, the same as you can with this. And it's probably a little bit easier to do at the track if you damage it. But for general maintenance, in my opinion, welding and grinding near it and stuff like that, I feel that this is superior because you can't really weld or grind a whole, well, unless you catch it with the grindy, which is the same risk with the other pipe, with the same risk with a braided hose of grinding near it and getting and putting the grinder through it. But you can get weld splatter on these hoses. These many times we've ended up with, or not personally, but these front ones that are obviously out here, you'll weld the bumper up over here and end up with a splatter go on it, and it'll melt the inner pipe. Somewhere around there, but better idea.
Huh? If I weld it, it's going to blow holes in it. So.
Yeah. And boom. I'll finish that off. Do that. I brought you a beer.
Buxton.
Because people in the comments tell me that I need to buy you a beer, so I better buy you a beer or something. Do you want me to take the lid off it?
Thank you.
From there.
The beading?
Yeah.
Well, I've set that 7 inch now.
Yeah.
The arm's in line with the spring, bang on. It's not there.
Mm-hmm. Right. Just under, yeah, but it wouldn't go that far last week, would it? So, is that with the same rod on, or have you shortened it?
I've shortened both of them.
Yeah. Don't know.
But to get more on it, was it over 7?
Yeah, 7.25.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's all right where it is now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that parallel with the spring, so it's right.
It'll do then. So here I'm just finishing off the short pipe at the front and getting all the brake pipes tightened up as my dad's welding the wing bracket back on. We're now doing standard checks, checking where the rear axle is because we move it for Buxton, and then checking the final bits over before we get ready to load the car up. then once all this was done, we did put the panels back on and we got ready to bleed the brakes up. Up.
Up.
Yeah.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
And up. Try that.
Up. Still there, it's still long. I don't think it's spongy, I think it's just long. Just want to give it another bleed.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
There's nothing coming out. I'm going to do the other side just to make sure.
Then final things, we decided to change the front pads because we've got a slightly different front pad for the V8's going on for next year, so we thought we'd get them in and try them at Buxton, but we'll see how that goes. There we go, that's me and my dad for this week. Slightly easier week than last week with older shots, so we're all ready for Buxton, and hopefully we'll have a good day there and get on and get some points and a few finishes that we need. Thanks for watching once again. Hit that subscribe button because a lot of you aren't subscribed and it'd be really good to get you on board. If you want to keep watching and seeing how we're doing over the year, we're down to the last 4 meetings of the year now really, so hit the notification bell so that you can keep up to date with the videos in as they come out. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you after Buxton. Finally, we're about to put a limited order in of our Tressler Designs British Championship t-shirt. So if anyone would be interested in that, doing like to support us with them, please go over to our Facebook page, link in the description, send us a DM and we'll sort out orders. We're hoping to get them ordered by next Monday and then we can get them out for Gala night. Thanks for watching once again and I'll see you next time.